Welcome back, you guys. This is Mark with NCEngravers, and today we're going to be working on a Glock 19 Gen 5. Now, before we jump into most of this content, I want to tell you just a little bit about what we're hoping to achieve today. I want to educate you a little bit more. Today we're going to be doing a complete Hive build on the Glock 19 Gen 5. Now, if you've been watching our channel for quite some time, you probably noticed that we actually have a Hive build on a Glock 19 already. That was from 2018. It has about 665,000 real views. None of that bought and stuff that other people do. We just put the content out there and let it flow, and if you like it, you like it. So we have 665 real views, and it's about number 3 on our top list. The other two are up over 1 million. Now, they're also from 18 and 2019, so we probably need to advance on those a little bit and discuss those at some point, but I thought this was a great opportunity to take a Gen 5 slide. One of the reasons was because back in 2018, the Gen 5s didn't exist, and the pattern is a little bit different. Things always change and evolve over time. Other services are added. Some stuff is just, once again, changed ever so slightly because the slide has changed. And I hope to educate you a little bit more on those exact services and what those changes are in the event that you want to process your order because you probably are using a Gen 5. With that being said, guys, let's jump into the work. There's an absolute ton of content in this video. We're going to have to take it a little bit slower. So let's talk about the slide first. We're going to be doing the standard Hive pattern on the slide. So what that means is chamfered edges. You'll see the 45-degree edges being done. There's an optic cut. There's a Hive top. There's a shave side, which will take place from the rear serrations forward. And then, of course, we'll do a Hive pattern here that matches the Hive on the top and a Cobra nose. Along with that CNC work will also be the laser texture over the rear factory serrations. So we don't always see that in a lot of our builds. It's one of the more advanced pieces to the puzzle. So it's nice to be able to have the opportunity to see it as a complete. So that's pretty much it as far as the slide goes. This is going to go out for black nitride. So in this video, we have several different coatings that we're going to be offering, and we're going to get into each one of those. The slide is going to go out for black nitride, which is very similar to what's on the slide now. It's much more durable than what would be a Cerakote finish, so it's a good choice as far as if you're going to carry or if you just want something for the longevity of the weapon. Black nitride is kind of a fallback of the best option you could choose, right? There really isn't anything better. I like it better than the NDLC that's on here now because that is an external coating. Black nitride is actually in the metal. So those are two different coatings and how they're processed. With that being said, guys, let's move this over here. We've got some barrels. We're going to move on to the barrels because we're still talking about the upper. So we've got two different barrels. We've got a threaded, we have a non-threaded. These are both aftermarket stainless steel Lone Wolf barrels. Now we're going to be doing our standard Hive design on that. So what that means is the top will get a pattern, the ejection side will get a pattern, and the round part will also get a Hive pattern. So there's going to be designs all the way around on those barrels. These are going to be polished. Okay, so black nitride on the slide, polished on what's going to be the barrel. So once again, different finishes. Great opportunity. That's what I was saying. I think when we were doing this video or putting it together, I thought this is literally everything that we could possibly offer. So let's let's build it. So polished on these, great opportunity. They'll be matching barrels with the exception is one will be threaded with a polished and the other one is just a standard barrel. We also have the frame. Now on the frame, we're going to be doing a double undercut. So we're going to be cutting it here. We're going to be doing a roll here for your hand, just a little bit better. And of course, it's a nice upgrade because this little weird square comes off, and of course it thins this out. We will also be doing laser stippling on the frame itself. So of course, this is all going to come off, and this is going to get a pattern. This is going to get a pattern. We'll flip it. Same thing here. This is all going to get removed for the texture, bordered outline, and then this will get a Hive pattern on it as well. This is going to end up being NRA blue on the frame, which is a Cerakote finish. So once again, black nitride, polished, and Cerakote. So we're kind of hitting every single one of those aspects, and you guys can kind of see what each one of those looks like in the end, as they are all different finishes. We do have some extra pieces with us. We've got some upgraded iron sights to go along with the optic. So this will be a nice combination overall, and it will show the project just a little bit better, I think. And then, of course, the customer provided the recoil spring, took the factory barrel with them because we're not going to be doing any work on the factory barrel, but we did want to have the spring so that way we could put these barrels in it and we could show that off just a little bit better. Guys, at this time, I think what we're going to do is we're going to jump over to the CNC. We're going to try to knock out most of this slide work. Then we're going to move into the laser work, which is going to consist of slide, barrels, and frame. We've got a little bit of a weight on our end, so I know you guys see everything just kind of seamlessly from one design cut work right onto the next. We've got a little bit of a wait because this will get processed and take about a month to come back from black nitride. So my mindset may change a little bit. I may have a little bit of a different tone or different conversation here towards the end as I see something, as something flows just a little bit better or works just a little bit different than what we had planned. But overall, guys, I think it's going to be a real nice combination with the advanced barrels, the slide, matching frame. It'll be just quite a complete build to give you guys the overall visualization of what it is that you do want to do when you are ready to process your order. Guys, let's jump over to the CNC machine. Let's see what we come up with. Alright guys, let's take a look and see exactly how this came out. We've got a lot of pieces to this puzzle. Give me a minute here to kind of go over the work. For those of you that are new, I do want to explain what each one of those services are. It's going to better help you understand not only the project, but also if you're processing an order, what exactly is it you're processing. So guys, optic cut, we kept the dovetail to the rear. We do offer the option of moving it to the front, shave sides, Hive sides, Cobra nose, Hive top. Of course, this one also has the chamfered edges, which is the 45-degree edges all the way around, and then we have the lasered texture over the factory rear serrations. Really, really nice overall. So we're getting that weight reduction. Obviously, we're getting the barrel exposure because we've done barrel work on this project. Black nitride is another feature you're seeing in this right now with having the most durable finish on there. Lots of other stuff going on in this build. I'm going to put this one down. I want to show you guys the barrels. So we ended up having two barrels. We have the 9mm on the top. We ended up doing the G19 on the side. Of course, it's all the way around the pattern. Now this started as a stainless barrel that we went ahead and polished. That one's threaded. This one is not. Same exact design. Overall, it's really just a nice change over what it would be with just a smooth barrel, or even if you were to buy an aftermarket barrel, something like this just happens to fit your design a little bit better because it's more of a complete pattern. We ended up doing the Hive stippling NRA blue on the frame, double undercut. Customer ended up wanting to upgrade the trigger in here, so we ended up doing just a trigger swap out from Task Force Ranger. Never really dealt with these guys before. They left a little note in here, so it seems like it's a pretty cool company. Maybe they'll reach out to me or I'll reach out to them and see if I can find out a little bit more about them. But with that being said, I do know that I've seen their stuff before. I've just never had any in hand, and I've never had a conversation with anybody from this company. So with that being said, take that for what it is and what you will. Overall, real nice. Let's go ahead and put this together. I want to talk about a couple of things. One is I'm really glad we had the opportunity to show you different coatings. With the black nitride, you know, a lot of people do go with a Cerakote finish. Black nitride obviously is more durable, so that's an opportunity if you're looking for the higher wear and tear kind of a coating, the daily carry kind of a coating. Black nitride might be a little bit more for you. We will put this guy to the side because we're not going to need him. We'll go ahead and put this on here. Super nice overall. I really like the way that it came out. I'm thinking probably a mag that's got a black extension on it would be really nice to just kind of tie it all in together with a little bit of black down here. Even maybe a mag well would be pretty cool if there was a black mag well or a black mag extension, or even just a standard base pad in black would be really, really nice. Guys, overall, I really like the build. This is what would be considered a full build with the exception of the dovetail. That's really the only option that we didn't do on this build, was to relocate this to the front. Other than that, all the services that you see on here are pretty much, that's kind of a full list of what's available on the webpage. The stippling, of course, the coloring, the undercut, all of the slide work that we discussed. The barrel work itself would need to be invoiced. We don't always offer engraving on every barrel that's out there on the market. I say that just because there's a lot of different brands that are out there. Some have writing on the top that need to be shaved off, others don't, and we can go right into doing the work. So it is one of those things that the customer needs to reach out to us and kind of let us know what they want to have done. But the barrel coatings are listed under additional services on that service tab. So you can go with a Cerakote finish on your barrel, a polished, a satin nickel. We've got regular polished nickel, gold. So you've got a lot of different options on there. Overall, I really do like the way that this came out. I do believe this is one of the first times that we've done NRA blue with black, you know, just straight up black nitride, and I do really like the offset tones of the two together. So they are really, really nice. Guys, if you did not know, you should be signed up on our webpage email alert because we have a sale coming up. So we do a sale in the spring, right around April 1. We do one all the way at the end of the year, right around Thanksgiving. It's 20% off everything on the webpage. Literally everything. So if you can add it to the cart, you're going to get 20% off. It's a great opportunity for you to get your orders in and get them processed. Turnaround time can be a little bit slower because we have a lot of orders that will come through, but it is an opportunity to save money. So there's a little bit of a trade-off there. It takes a little longer to get it back, but you're going to save a little bit more during the process. Overall, I think it's a great opportunity to save money, to possibly spend the same amount of money you already wanted to spend, but get a little bit more work. So there are a couple different ways that you can work that, so it gives you an opportunity to have a little bit more done while we're doing it. Also, we have kind of limited our black nitride down to 2 times a year, and what that means is we are going to be running it in the fall, the late fall, and we're going to be running it in the spring as well. Okay, so when we have our sales, it does give you the opportunity to jump into our black nitride batch. That takes a little bit longer to come out, but it is 20% off. So it's an opportunity, I think, to get your parts back to where you want them to be, whether it's a barrel, it's a slide, maybe you got an old slide. We don't even have to be doing work on the parts. You might just want to send them in. Hey, I've got a comp, I have an AR bolt carrier group, I've got a pistol barrel from my old 1911 that I want to have done. These are all things that can be done. We don't have to process work on it to do the black nitride, but it is one of the few opportunities throughout the year to get into the batch because we are limiting how many times we're running that during the year. So highly encourage you to do that and process that order if that's something that you're looking forward to. We've never had a single customer come back disappointed in black nitride or that they've worn it off. That should tell you something because we do a lot of work around here. So that should tell you that it's a high quality finish, and overall I think it's going to meet your needs. It certainly meets our needs, and we have high expectations. Guys, if you happen to have any other questions about anything, something that you maybe don't see on the webpage, something that you have seen but you can't figure out a way to process the order, please feel free to reach out to us. We do have a phone number on Google. You are able to call us. We can walk you through an order. We can answer those questions and help you get your order processed correctly. If you just don't know, hey, I don't know how to do this, I'm not sure, I don't really have the time for it, what I would encourage you to do is place your order for something that you do know you want. Let's say it's an optic cut. You want some additional work. You just don't know what it is yet. Place your order for your optic cut and get it sent in. We will still honor the 20% off on any additional services that are listed on the webpage, even if they're not on your order, right? So, hey, I want to get an optic cut. I don't know about the rest of this stuff. It comes in, we discuss. Make sure you leave a note on the order because we won't know there's additional work that you want to have done unless you tell us. leave a note on the order when it comes in. We'll say, hey, we've got your slide, what's going on? And you're going to say, hey, I'm thinking about getting the Hive or the Raptor Cut or the Top Wave or something like that. And then we can get you a cost on that, and then we can send you an invoice and add that to your order, still with the 20% off. It's all going to get processed through that same order because the initial order is already at 20% off, right? So anything we add to that order, we're still going to honor it. So it's an opportunity to just get your order in and figure it out later, even if you don't know right now. Well, I would highly encourage you process it that way because you're still doing the cost savings, you're still getting the best value, and you don't have to make a choice right now, right? Same thing with Cerakote. Hey, I don't know what color I want to go with. Maybe I want to go with the special color, something you guys don't have on the web page. It's an opportunity to place an order, to leave a note. Hey, I want to have a discussion before you start my work. I've got a couple questions about some things. And then we can go over, hey, how do we get a color like NRA blue or one of the other colors that's really not a stocked color? How do we get that? And then we can get you a number together. We can get you an invoice sent over. You can get that paid, and we can move on with your build. Great opportunity to save money once again, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to let us know. We would encourage you to follow the channel if you're not doing so already, to share the content. And if you haven't been, it encourages other people to get stuff done. And just let us know if you need anything.